I do not expect the union to be dissolved, but I do believe that it will change one way or the other. He was a little disappointed, well, he was a lot disappointed, Abraham, I'm talking about Abraham Lincoln, when the union fell. But he was so right that we can't stand divided. We will crumble. We will fall. What he expected was right, though, that our differences would go away. And the United States became all free only after a bloody civil war. And now we continue to work for freedom and the dignity of all of God's people. But just like Abraham Lincoln, Jesus uses this language and this opportunity of conflict and division just to describe what he is doing. If Satan has risen up against himself and is divided, he cannot stand. But Jesus would say to you, but we know that Satan, ruler, has come to an end. He has finally found out that the strong man is able to be tied up and his bounty to be plundered. You see, Jesus uses that kind of language so that people will understand that he is the one going into the strong man's kingdom, and he is breaking it down for using the God's will in action. Jesus knows that he is stronger than Satan ever will be, and he's able to give him up and plunder that kingdom. This, my friends, is not a language of sadness or fear. No, these are the words of someone with pride. Not human pride, but pride in doing God's will. Plus a smattering of disgust towards evil things. Jesus knows that the world will eventually become all free, but only after a spiritual civil war. Are you surprised at the language that comes at the end of this passage for today? The part about the family of Jesus. They arrive at the house, his mother, brothers, and some people even report that his sisters were there as well. Jesus knows his family. He knows who his mother and his brothers and his sisters are. And he looks out the window and he sees them standing there, and he knows that they are there for his good. But he looks at his disciples and those that are gathered with him. He realizes this is a teaching moment. This is an opportunity where he can gather his chicks all in one place. So he asks the question, so who are my brothers, my sisters? Who is my mother? The crowd that's with him is probably thinking, well, maybe they're right. Maybe they're right. This guy has gone nuts. And surely Jesus knows his own mother and his family. And then looking around the room, Jesus said, You are my mother and my brothers and my sisters. Grief and compassion and hope and anger and frustration and contempt and disgust and pride. Jesus felt all of these things just like we do because he was human just like we are. But what he wanted to share with us is we can't live cold and isolated and live out an intellectual decision and livelihood. We need to open all of these compassions, all of these emotions when we're doing the will of God. Sure, we feel grief when we encounter people that have hardness of heart. Jesus wants our hearts to be broken the same way that it breaks God's heart when God experiences those people too. Jesus wants us to be filled with compassion when we see the opportunity to give food to the hungry, healing to the ill. Those are things that Jesus did because of that compassion, because of that emotion. Jesus wants us to invest ourselves in the next generation of disciples. Don't you feel hope when you look around and see the tables and chairs filled and the young people here? It's the next generation coming beyond us. And it is our responsibility to share these emotions as a way to share God's will and God's love. We feel anger and frustration, contempt and disgust when we see demonized people of the world. Our challenge is to see people around the world as individuals, to allow them to become this image that God has chosen for all of us. Truly, we are all brothers and sisters of Jesus when we love as He loved, help as He helped, heal as He healed, forgive as He forgave. So you see, the message is very clear. Simply look at the heart of Jesus and be willing to express His emotions in everything that we do and say and how we spend the decades that are coming in the service to the kingdom. So I say, happy birthday to Turning Point, happy anniversary to Turning Point, and Godspeed to the growth of the kingdom through all of us and to the next generation. And all children say, Amen. Amen. as we gather now for a little bit of fellowship time. There'll be a moment in between where we're trying to get the food all set and ready, clear off your tables, but take a moment to take a look at the memorabilia. This is just a very small sampling of what's happened over the last 20 years. Hope you see the lights in green, our little drum ministry, and I've been encouraged that we ought to start that up as soon as it cools down just a little bit, and just look at the things that have happened over the years and remember some of the things you've been a part of. So, if you have to leave, I'll meet you at the front door. If you don't, the best part's yet to come. And all the children say, Amen.